About 6 months ago, I crossed the magic number of 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And as it's tradition to do a question and answer video for every cool number, today I will do the same, starting with an emotional message to you, my dear viewer.
I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but your microwave is dirty. You should clean it. Anyways, this is the 1 million Q&A video. I will answer questions about my personal life, the YouTube channel and my 3 shitboxes. Also, since all of my friends are asleep right now, because they're not on the grind set like I am, I had to bring out my assistant, Mr. Ryan. Say hello, Ryan.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Ryan will read out your questions and I will answer them. There's over 100 questions, so let's get started.
And if you're wondering why I'm not recording this video with any of my miatas, well, it's because one of them looks like this and the other one looks like this. More on that later.
But before we get into me answering questions, I have to ask you about something. Do you remember Asphalt, that cool car game on your phone from back in the day? Well, now it's called Concrete, and this is how it looks like. Just kidding, relax liberals, this is called dark humor.
This is the latest iteration of one of my favorite childhood games, Asphalt Legends Unite.
Which is made by Gameloft, who is kind enough to be today's sponsor.
It is a free-to-download arcade racing game that works on PS5, Xbox, PC, your mobile phone,
and most importantly, to you soy sippers, soon on the Nintendo Switch. Did I mention it's Steam Deck verified? This is one of the few arcade racing games that I personally always enjoyed. And seeing how far it has come in terms of graphics and features makes me happy, genuinely. I mean, just look how it looked before and how it looks now. That's actually insane.
I'm talking multiplayer crossplay across all platforms, co-op mode, a new and improved lighting system with improved graphics, 256 cars to unlock and store in your own garage.
The best part is that all of these cars are actually not like rip-offs, they're like actual brands from real life. Anything from Ferrari to Porsche to BMW to some Lamborghinis to crazy hypercars like the Apollo IE. Apollo IE. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm still waiting for the Miata though.
There is also a new track, which is located on the streets of Singapore. Neon lights and fireworks. Who doesn't like that?
Also, for those of you that already play Asphalt 9, I have good news. All of your progress gets transferred into Asphalt Legends Unite. So, if you want to drive some cool cars, collect some nitrous, do 360s, do sick jumps or whatever floats your boat, scan this QR code right here. Alternatively, click the first link in the description or the pinned comment to download Asphalt Legends Unite. And I'll see you on the track. And now, back to the show.
Unite in racing.
I actually didn't realize this before, but they have pretty cool music in the game too. Please don't copyright strike me.
Have you ever touched grass in your life thinking emoji scared emoji?
Yeah, I actually did recently.
How are you, man? Doing good? Any problems? Hope you're doing okay.
Thanks for checking in on me. I hope you're doing good as well. I'm doing well. I'm actually feeling good. I just lost my track on what to do with YouTube. There were just no videos because I think I was lazy. Right now I'm trying to find the balance between work and resting. By the way, the 3 months in which I didn't upload didn't go to waste. Actually, you know what? I will give you a small teaser for what is coming up.
Is it true that your penis falls off after reaching 1 trillion subscribers?
Really, Muye? That's the best question you can do? You can do definitely better than that, Muye. Anyways. Oh, kurwa!
When collab with Buddha?
I mean, he seems kinda chill. I would definitely go and pray with him. On a serious note, here's a list of YouTubers that I personally watch. And if you're one of them, just leave a comment. Maybe you can get in touch or something. I need to, start networking or whatever it's called, making contacts.
Are you from Poland?
I don't know.
Am I?
Please put me away. You're at work, Mighty. How long are you going to be doing car hunt videos for?
I think as long as humans have access to the internet.
Bro, come to Singapore.
Okay, on my way.
Can you get a pink version of your mask? Cause it's a status and help you assert dominance over other YouTubers.
No, but I can ask my queer cousin to say hi.
Do it giggle? And if so, what magnitude?
5 on the Richter scale and 7 if I'm on a bulk.
Ja, jakie pierogi najlepsze?
Ogółem to jest bardzo ciężki dla mnie temat, bo wiesz, jak teraz 80% ludzi mnie ogląda, to nie rozumiem, co ja tu pierdolę po polsku. Ale krótko mówiąc, jak się czuję słodki, to lubię z truskawką, a poza tym mi się zdaje, że z serem są też całkiem spoko. Ruskich nie lubię.
How many pickles can you shove up your ass?
5 sweet pickles and 3 spicy ones at the same time.
Are you gonna do an IRL car hunt on a track one day?
This is honestly one of my dreams, but to do it in the way that I would want it, it's almost impossible. The biggest issue would be finding a space, like a place area to do it. Plus, to make it actually tense, not like a bumper car show. But who knows what the future will bring. It's still one of my goals.
If you had to make out with me, would you do it?
I am not a Minecraft YouTuber and I'm scared of women.
Will you do more real-life vlogs on this channel?
Not real-life vlogs, but real-life videos. Vlogs are for people that love themselves.
What car manufacturer do you believe is the most influential? And in what aspect, in your opinion?
I feel like Daewoo completely changed how we perceive dream cars. Ever since the Matiz came out, every sports car manufacturer has been quiet since. Amazing machine. Hats off to Daewoo.
Would you take this offer? You get 1 billion, but you can't eat food for 3 minutes.
Yes, I would.
Do a burnout in the Miata, because I've never seen a burnout.
How about we waste tires in a useful way? Yeah, that's right. Drift build video is coming out very soon.
Why you call your channel Mighty is your main channel.
Penis.
Do you plan to create new and different content?
Yes, because A, the same stuff gets boring after a while to record and edit. And B, that's how channels fall off actually. They forget how to try new stuff. They think doing the same thing over and over again will just be a good strategy long term. Spoiler alert, it's not. Car hunts are unique because, with every car hunt there's something new added to it. Something that completely twists up the way we drive or what happens on screen. So yeah, I will always try to experiment with car hunts and similar videos to this. But in other words, yes, I have so many ideas that I want to try, but it just takes a bit of time to set everything up and, just wait for it.
Can you make more torque than your stock Miata?
Judging by the size of my biceps and my triceps, I think I could get pretty close.
Why is the last weekly dose of car content nearing its end, as you said in the 1 hour long video?
Because now it's on a new channel. Click here or here for the new channel. On a serious note, I felt like the BeamNG viewers and the weekly dose viewers were just colliding. You know what I mean? Also, I don't want to look like a compilation channel. Nothing wrong with that, but, it's just what I want.
How much horsepower is too much?
With Miatas, well, I would say 200 is the sweet spot, because anything above 300 will get expensive really quick and you're limited by traction anyways. And I'm speaking from experience because my turbo Miata has around 320 horsepower. On the track, it's very useful, but on a togy street car, I would prefer to have a bit less, so you can go pedal to the metal at all times. And honestly, power is not that important anymore to me. I really don't care. So yeah, around 200 for Miata, and for any other car, I would say it just depends on the weight and what your goal is with this car, obviously. But remember, the more power you push, the more shit will break.
What is your opinion of the French?
I hate them less than the British.
Where are videos for the Miata project?
They are on my PC, right next to the feed folder, getting collected for the main video just to get assembled. I will make one big video of the entire swap.
Hi, I just want to be in a video.
Okay.
How many baguettes can your Miata fit in the trunk?
I don't know. Let's find out.
This clip does not show Mighty trying to cut his arm off in an act of self-harm.
I think I have bad news for you.
Since you now have done drifts on an actual track, are you planning to do more IRL drifting racing?
You know, some time ago I thought I need to do real-life videos in the future. Like, I need to stop with BeamNG, I need to do real-life videos, I need to be the new Jeremy Clarkson. And you know what? If you think about it, I will never be better than Haggerty, Doc DeMuro, or just the Grand Tour at doing real-life videos. But I can be the best at comparing video games to real life. And I'm not only talking about different types of motorsport, which I want to do, but I'm also talking about specific cars, how they compare to their real-life counterpart. You will see. Just wait for it.
What was your first major milestone in becoming a car guy? A movie, a game, perhaps?
When growing up, I was more of a plane guy, if this is even a term, but a combination of GTA games, Taxi 1, 2 and 3, Top Gear, and the desire to show off materialistic stuff for external validation, I became a car guy. 2 questions. Damn, 2 questions? Okay, go for it. Yo.
What would you do if you didn't decide to be a content creator?
My God, what did I just do?
Are you planning to keep the Miata forever? Love your vids, man. Heart emoji, praying emoji.
And I love you, even though I have no idea who you are. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would be right now working on civil engineering projects like bridges, roads, you know, very exciting stuff. I mean, I think it's a good thing that I'm not working in this area because there will be a lot more bridges collapsing. And yes, the V8 Miata is the only car that I promised myself to never sell, and ideally not wrap around a tree and perish. If that ever happens, feel free to use the previous sentence and then just add some ironic sound effect. Only in case I ever pull off a Paul Walker.
What are the full specs on your upcoming Miata?
So the engine going into the Miata is the 3UZ from Lexus. Here are the complete stats, but in short, the engine will stay stock for now, which means around 290 horsepower and 420 Nm of torque. There's a relatively cheap way to make 400 horsepower while still being naturally aspirated, but I think this car will be limited by traction, so for now I would prefer to stay at 300 horsepower. But who knows, maybe in the future we can do a stage 2 build, just upgrading the Miata. For now, I think 300 horsepower and 420 Nm of torque will be more than enough.
First of all, congratulations for your journey and your YouTube channel. I really enjoy a lot of your videos. I very like to see you make other Q&A. Just like this, here is the question. I just want to ask the GTR or the Supra?
This is a very sophisticated question and it's not an easy answer for me, but I think I would pick the GTR. The Mazda 323 GTR, of course, not the Nissan GTR. Honestly, it's such a cool little car. It's like the GR Yaris of the 90s. I want one. Maybe we could build a Gymkhana 323. Maybe I'm stupid.
Are you agree that reaction videos are so original and authentic that no one has ever done it before?
Man, you would not believe how much effort they take. Like, any creator that does this, hats off. You have my respect.
Are you becoming a professional carpe artist?
Me personally, no, but I may or may not have started a cult of people generating muscular men holding carbs. We should train the AI to do more carb stuff, actually. I'm happy to see our community influencing the future of AI.
What kind of racing wheels and pedals do you recommend for someone just starting out with racing sims?
This is not even a question. If you have the budget, go straight to Fanatec. And shut up, I know there's drama surrounding Fanatec as of now, but hear me out. There's a lot of alternatives to Fanatec. Yes, they are also pretty good wheels, but the problem is software. As of now, only Fanatec is supported in almost every single game out there. And they have a really neat software you can just adjust all of the settings that you need. With other wheel manufacturers, I heard it's a issue very often. Also, I just like the selection of wheels we have with Fanatec, and they just look better. That's my personal opinion. I personally never had issues with Fanatec. I know that there's problems with customer support, but I would rather take problems with customer support rather than having a bad wheel. That being said, if you are on a very low budget, I would suggest you try to go for the Thrustmaster T300 RS GT. It's the best budget wheel in my opinion. Just don't buy Logitech. Don't buy the G29, G27 new. It's such an outdated wheel. Used would be fine, but just don't buy it new. Gear-driven wheels are just so clunky and so old. And yes, I know there are people with G29, G27s that can outdrive me at any day of the week. T300 is just way smoother, and that's my whole point. But going from T300 to Fanatec was like going from a Miata to a Ferrari. You know, the Miata will do the job, but the Ferrari just feels so much nicer. The Fanatec felt like a real car, actually.
Okay, so here's my setup in 10 seconds or less. This is a next level ERS2 seat. This is a Fanatec CSL DD with a boost kit. This is a CSL handbrake. This is the CSL shifter. I actually like them more than Thrustmaster. They're just much more notchy, and you can make this sequential. The handbrake is also pretty good. A really nice wheel from Fanatec, which is called this. And CSL pedals. For me, it does the job, and I'm sure it will for you too.
How often do you wash your balaclava?
Honestly, this one I have for like 7 years now, and I haven't washed it a single time. I was in the ocean once, but that's it. It doesn't even smell bad. That being said, I am planning to retire this mask and just put it behind a glass, you know, like a golden play button, but actually good. Does this mean I'm doing a face reveal? No, at least not voluntarily.
Is NA Miata worth buying nowadays?
Not really, but so is any other cheap sports car. I think the era of cheap sports cars is slowly coming to an end. So this affects every cheap sports car. Occasionally you can snatch a good deal for a Miata, but the thing that made them great in the first place, which is being cheap, is no longer a factor. Because objectively speaking, in terms of, you know, comfort and features, it's not a really good car. Of course, handling and everything is really good, but why would it be this expensive? It doesn't have AC, some of the Americans have, whatever. And yeah, it is super fun, but please chill out with these prices and let others enjoy the experience of having a shitbox too. If you decide to buy one, do it as early as possible. I don't think the prices will fall down anymore. They will just slowly keep rising, because there's less and less clean Miatas. But this applies to every other car out there, so yeah, whatever.
Been watching since late 2019 here. What do you think has been the biggest change that you have had to your content, since being at just a couple hundred subs to now? Love from Denmark.
Since 2019, so you are very early. I see so many smaller YouTubers doing this mistake, and I did this mistake myself too. In my niche, which is BeamNG videos, I was looking at, you know, crash compilation channels like, oh shit, this works, he's doing this, let me copy his thumbnail and his videos, then I will definitely be successful. But once I personally started experimenting, you know, like trying new stuff, it went up. Of course, most experiments will fail, but it only takes one experiment to be successful. There's this quote from some random German guy that says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, I go to the gym every day and I still don't have a girlfriend. I don't know why.
What do you think is the best upgrade for a Miata?
For an old one that you're just trying to restore, I would say bushings. Rubber one, not poly bushings. It just will completely change the way, you know, the car handles. But in general, it depends on what you want to do with this car. If I would start over, personally, I would keep the original suspension, maybe just slap on some wheels, maybe slightly lower it, but I would not go crazy with a turbo or something like this. And yes, I know I'm saying this right as I swap a V8 into a Miata. Who knows? Maybe my opinion will change again. But try to enjoy the stock power, trust me.
Opinions on the RX-7?
If you're asking about the FD generation, I love it. The whole concept around the car, I just love it. And the design, it just looks so good. I don't need to tell you all of the good stuff about this car, but the one thing that is slightly keeping me from buying this car is the interior. I heard, I don't know if it's true, so Mazda FD owners maybe confirm or deny this in the comments. I heard that the interior is very rattly because Mazda tried to keep it as lightweight as possible. So, you know, it's flimsy on the inside, stuff is rattling, and I don't really like this in cars. That being said, I think it's just a matter of time until I get this car, hopefully, if everything will go right. And other RX-7 generations are also pretty cool. Like, I think I like all of them. But of course the FD is the best one.
Congrats for reaching 1 million subscribers. One question. Are you sometimes gonna do 6-second videos on your second channel? Just asking.
If you mean shorts/reels/TikToks, then no. Because I hate this format so much. Maybe in the future if I'm forced to do them, because of, you know, if the meta will be so heavily biased towards them, then I may be forced to do them. But I really don't want to. I hate the shorts format.
I'm not sure if you've already discussed this, but what made you like the Miata so much?
Back then, it was, surprise, surprise, the pop-up headlights. Now it's the only thing that I don't have with the car anymore, which is the simplicity and reliability. You know, turbos and swaps are not exactly that. That being said, the goal of the V8 Miata will be reliability first. Also, what I didn't enjoy before, and I love now, is driving without a roof. You know, you gotta get that vitamin D.
What do you think about the fall of the Roman Empire?
Biker's fault.
Given the chance, would you drive for any top-tier motorsports, such as F1 IndyCar or NASCAR?
I mean, who wouldn't? The unfortunate reality of motorsport is that it's all about, you know what. I want to compete in motorsport, but as of now, I have other priorities.
Congratulations on 1 million subscribers. I have 3 questions.
Damn. 3 questions? Okay.
You said in a previous Q&A video that you liked the F-150. I wanted to know, is there a specific year you liked or no?
Yes, this was, I think, the second Q&A. And since the second Q&A, I actually started to think about pickup trucks, and I realized they are pretty stupid. As of now, I would prefer to get some cool van, like maybe a Chevy Express with those super cool interiors. Because, you know, you have more space on the inside, and like a bed, anyone can reach in the bed and steal your shit, you know? But with a van, that's not really possible. You just put stuff inside, you can sleep inside the van. That's just super cool. And I can imagine myself getting like the Chevy Express or whatever van, building it to like a half camper, half useful work van, and then going to events, you know, towing the Miatas to events. This would be, and then just sleeping at the events with the van inside. That would be such a cool thing. Honestly, I think we should make this a project, like Project Mothership. Let me know if you want to watch this.
Since your video about your LS400, do you have anything else you want to say about it? A funny story or a new feature or something like that?
This car serves me so well. At any time I want, I can just go on a 10-hour road trip in this direction and this car will just do it fine. And this is exactly what I wanted from this car, and it just delivers more than good enough. Smooth, quiet, yet powerful, and it just cruises so well on the highway. Exactly what I love in cars. Of course, this car may seem boring as fuck to other people, but to me it's just perfect. And maybe because it's boring, it's a good thing. Because of it, I will appreciate the Miatas that I have more. And I still get occasionally nice comments from like car nerds, but you know, the average person doesn't know what car this is. And it's okay, I don't care. I didn't buy this car to be famous or something. Also, I recently crossed 300,000 kilometers, but I unfortunately missed the money shot, which you can see here. And if this car keeps serving me well, until I have like another daily driver, maybe a newer one, maybe not, I would actually consider restoring this car completely. You know, new paints, cool wheels, completely remove the rust, because there's just a tiny bit of rust. But this is a thing for the future. Let me know if you want to watch this.
What's your favorite and least favorite airsoft rifle? Thanks for reading if you do. And have a great day.
For those of you that don't know, I occasionally upload airsoft videos on my second channel, and I love gas-powered airsoft guns. And funnily enough, my most hated and most loved airsoft guns are both gas-powered, both use the same magazine, and both come from the same manufacturer. I love my WE GBBR Scar L,
which is not only super accurate,
it's loud, it's accurate, it's snappy,
but also just sounds so good.
But at the same time, I hate the WE KAC PDW. It just always breaks. It is lighter, it is supposedly more snappier, but it just never worked so far. And it sounds pretty shit. This car L has this nice metallic ping to it, and I love it. I love it, it's so splendid. Pierdolce już zostaje.
Can such a strong and beautiful Polish male teach me how to catch a świąteczny carp?
You cannot have soft hands, brother. It's important to build muscle. You cannot have soft hands, brother. You need to build muscle to this. You cannot have soft hands, brother. You need to build muscle to do this. You cannot have soft hands, brother.
Do you remember when you had 1 subscriber? Love your videos.
Yes, I remember my first subscriber. It was my other YouTube account that I personally owned. By the way, don't do this because YouTube will shadow ban you if you just create channels to subscribe to your little channel. Just don't do that. But I do remember my 7th subscriber, which is still hanging around from time to time on my Discord server, but he's going on schizophrenic rants about religion, so maybe it's not a good thing to remember him anymore.
Will you do a face reveal? Love your videos, keep going.
Not voluntarily, but since I will be going to a lot of events this year, I think it's just a matter of time as of now. Of course, by accident. I'm not gonna do it.
The vlog of CarmightyVids, Kingston fans. Really nice. Subscribe to my team. Yeah, just don't leak his face yet.
But if we ever meet in real life, just come and say hi. I love talking to new people, but just respect my privacy. Maybe just don't take pictures from me and just put them on the internet. I know some of you will do that because you're assholes, but whatever. I can't control that, and if my face will ever get leaked, I think I will be okay with this. Shortly said, voluntarily, no.
How long is it?
I would say 17 centimeters, but the last time I checked the tumor growing on my back, it was at 15.
Any Mazda Miata alternative suggestions for broke fella out there?
Honestly, Honda Jazz. I think Muye can approve. Cheap, reliable, fun to drive, and actually practical, unlike a Miata. And yes, it is front-wheel drive, but I think the other features make up for it. And it's cheap. Didn't I say this before? Yeah, I did, whatever.
What do you think of the ND gen of Miatas? Thoughts on the new Miata from 2015?
Both of these questions refer to the latest Miata, which by now is almost 10 years old, would you believe that? And I love this car. It looks so good, especially in red, with the hard top and with the factory spoilers. It just looks so good. But I don't have a good reason to get one as of now, because this would just serve as a nice daily sporty car, but this is essentially what the V8 Miata will be, so I don't really have a good excuse to buy one right now. But if the V8 Miata will turn out to not be a good daily driver, like, you know, impossible to do that, then I would consider getting the ND Miata. Yeah. New cars. I don't really like new cars, and I'm not saying this because I'm quirky. There's many reasons for that.
How many times a day you go to the gym?
Czemu tutaj wszyscy biegają teraz, jak ja nagrywam film? So I try to keep it simple by working out 4 hours per hour.
What you do for a living? Playing BeamNG Drive or something else?
This may sound stupid, but I don't consider myself playing BeamNG for a living. I just see it as a tool, as a software that I create cool videos with. And you know, playing the game itself is just a tiny part of making those videos. Of course it's fun, but yeah, I'm not like your typical Minecraft YouTuber doing this. Okay, shut up. This is a bad comparison, but I think you can get my point. Also, let's not forget the real-life videos and the Weekly Dose series that will return soon.
Will you change the color of your Lexus?
I kind of answered this before, but yeah, I think I would, if I were to restore this car, I would go for some cool black color, like, you know, that it's black, but from some angles it's like a slightly different color. And then I would slap some silver/chrome wheels onto this car.
What's your max bench?
I don't do 1 rep max attempts, but in the last bulk, so like December, January, I did 120 kilograms, which is this much in pounds, for 5 reps. Now, since I'm on a cut, I switched to hypertrophy, which means I do more repetitions with slightly less weight. So now I'm doing 100 kilograms for 8 reps for 7 sets. Nie wiem, czemu przerwało. 8 reps at 100 kilograms for 7 sets. Just a mild flex, you know. Maybe if I can do 130 next bulk season, I may finally get a girlfriend. We'll see. I'll keep you updated.
Got 2 questions. 1, what was your first car?
My first car was the Ford Galaretka.
2, how many cars did you have before your Miata?
Ford Galaretka.
How much HP?
I don't have any printers at home.
Any plans for collabs with Polish YouTubers?
Yeah, I think that would be cool, like specifically maybe some Minecraft YouTubers. Yeah, I think that would be good.
Is Biedronka or Zebka better? Talking about the Polish grocery stores.
Honestly, neither of them. Żabka is overpriced and doesn't have such a great selection, even though it still has a really good suggestion for it. Even though it still has a lot of... bo kamera mi się przegrzewa. Biedronka feels like an outdoor market and Żabka is just overpriced. Reject modern supermarkets and praise buying in bulk at Babuszka Market. O kurwa.
Random question, but are you still living in Austria?
Sometimes in Poland, sometimes in Austria, depending on how I feel right now. Both countries have advantages and disadvantages, but in short, Poland is better for business and car stuff, and Austria is just more livable, I guess. But it's super expensive to live there.
How long have you played Airsoft?
About 7 years, sir.
Mr. Mighty, would you tune up a Maluch?
I would, but maybe I would aim a bit higher and try to do it with a Fiat 500, a classic one. I don't know, I just love the Piccolina and BeamNG so much. It would be pretty cool to build like a Abarth 500 race Piccolina in real life.
What kind of car do you drive in your daily life? And will you be doing lifestyle videos ever?
I still daily my LS400 because for the reasons I said before, but I don't think my life is interesting enough to show it to other people.
Is there any way to get the cars you use in the BeamNG car hunts? Would be awesome to try them out. Also would be awesome if you would list the mods you use.
Yes, you can try all of the cars in the car hunts by just going into the description. There's a link with all of the configurations for these cars. When I'm not too lazy, I also include the mods that you need to run them.
What does a Furious Miata sound like?
Have you ever heard of the lifter tick?
When are you doing a collab with Gusius?
When? I don't know. Maybe we should start a drama like with Muje, because apparently both channels benefited from drama, and it seems like it just boosts both channels for a while. Either way, Gusius, if you want to come over drifting in real life in Poland, yeah, why not? Let's do it. We live pretty close, I think. You live in those states that will be invaded by Russia soon, then it's our turn, so let's just have some fun before it happens.
What is the balaclava hiding?
A receding hairline.
How do you breath?
Usually through my nose. I'm a so-called nose breather.
Are you a college graduate? If yes, that what degree you had? I just completed my schooling, so it would be useful for me.
No idea what the equivalent to other countries is, but according to Wikipedia, I finished a technical college. It has nothing to do with YouTube, it's just building bridges, tunnels, stuff like this. I know, very exciting.
Do you plan on making types of drivers in BeamNG Drive series come back to life?
Honestly, I was actually thinking about doing this, but you know, this time not brain dead and actually funny.
The female driver always drives a big SUV. Applies makeup on the highway.
Czy polecasz mieszkanie w Krakowie?
Dobre pytanie. W sumie tak, ale to zależy od regionu, gdzie mieszkasz w Krakowie. No i tej korki, te jebane korki, wszędzie kurwa korki. No i jak pod blokiem o 6:30 rano mnie budzik budzi, ale ten budzik to jest 50 000 jebanych butelek szklanych, które akurat se wywożą o 6:30. Najlepszy budzik. Ja mieszkam w Nowej Hucie, jest szaro i w ogóle nie mam miejsc parkingowych, ale za to jest tanio.
Best sounding engine in motorsport?
Of course, it is the Dacia Logan 2-liter. May she rest in peace, by the way.
What do you prefer, car headlights or car taillights?
I am more of a S guy.
Is brick the superior building material?
Don't let the Americans hear this, but yes, it is.
Have you tried driving on a roundabout, the Polish way, Irl?
No, but the urge to do so is great.
2 seconds later.
Famous influencer dies in Krakow.
How do you and BeamNG drive? How do you drift so well? It's owning a Miata above average expensive?
If you keep it stock, I would say it's below average. But if you start playing with things, you know, tuning, upgrading it, then it can get above average expensive really quick. But it's still the cheapest car to, you know, play around with and tune, to waste your money. Yeah, it's a Miata. It's supposed to be cheap in every way.
Why did you start the daily dose of automotive stuff?
I'm being completely honest. I wanted a series that is relatively easy to produce and would bring in some revenue so I can focus on other videos in the meantime. Projects like real life videos, BeamNG videos, whatever. Also, talking about car stuff is always fun. This is it.
Mr. Mighty, what is the car culture like in Poland?
It's good. I think it's one of the better ones in Europe as of now. Of course, there are those banana boys that compensate with their daddy's money and occasionally wrap themselves around trees, but this is a sign of a growing economy. On the other hand, I think people in Poland are slowly entering in the classic car phase. Unfortunately, there has been a trend of takeover style things on parking lots in Poland, and I hope it will be killed off soon, because I mean, watching a E36 compact doing donuts does get boring after a while, you know.
What is your opinion on edging to 90s German shitboxes?
Everyone has his own preference. I think I would last longer to German shitboxes compared to Japanese ones, for example. But the Italian ones, I wouldn't last even 30 seconds, to be honest. It's so hard to edge to old Italian cars.
Hello.
Hi!
Kiedy aktualizacja tuningu czerwonej strzały?
Problem w tym jest, że gościu od fabrykacji wydechów, kolektorów jakoś nie chce przyjść i to zrobić. No ale krótko mówiąc, został kolektor, wydech i kabelki. No i wiesz, te wszystkie pierdoły, co zostają przy projekcie, co trzeba zawsze zrobić.
Na jakich zlotach można Cię spotkać?
Na ten moment wiem tylko, że na pewno będę na obydwu Japfestach i Superior, czyli to, co kiedyś się nazywało Seduced. Znaczy nie wiem, czy na pewno, no ale myślę, że są dobre szanse, że mnie tam wpuszczą. Jakby co, będę na Instagramie wstawiać, jak gdzieś jadę.
Would you dance on Crazy Frog? Please, I would like to see you dance.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Will you do any real-life racing videos or anything comparing BeamNG handling to the real-life equivalent?
We had this question kind of before, but again, yes, not only types of racing, but also specific cars. Super excited to start this, by the way. And if you have a car from BeamNG in real life and live somewhere in Europe, then just let me know on this email.
Is it big?
Humongous, if I may say so.
You love Mercedes E500 V8 W124.
I love Mercedes E500 V8 W124.
What motivated and inspired you to keep up the channel?
My passion towards cinematics with cars and the dreadful realization that if I don't continue, I will end up below a bridge, if I ever stop doing it.
Supra reaction video, translate to English?
Okay, hold on, let me react to a Supra video. This seems like a good car. I hope it's not overpriced.
How long do you plan to keep on doing YouTube?
As long as it's a viable income source and I feel like doing it. And my goal on YouTube is to quit on my own terms, which means I don't want to be forced to quit. Everything will end one day, so let's make sure that we enjoy the present moment.
How did you meet Muya?
So back when I was, I think, at 100,000, I don't really know, but I stumbled across his Blender video and then he just joined my Discord server and then we just passionately kissed for multiple hours. Also, he shot me an email that ended up in a spam folder or I just forgot to reply. It's a funny story.
Can you do a collab with Fail Race?
I used to watch a lot of Fail Race before starting my own YouTube channel. It would be great to collab one day with, you know, with the YouTubers that you grew up watching with, but as of now, it's not really my priority. but it would be still nice to meet some people.
We know that you love the Miata so much, but are there any other cars that you love as well and hope to have in the future?
Oh, this is a great question and never asked before in the automotive YouTuber world. Okay, that was edgy from my side, because I actually have a cool answer to this. I don't have a single dream car. There's a few of them, and I learned to be happy with what I have. That being said, last weekend I got to drive one of my top 5 dream cars. Stay tuned for this video, because it's just mind-blowing that this happened. You will see. But if you want to have a tiny guess, here is a selfie of me sitting in this dream car.
If you had unlimited resources to try to engine swap your Mista, what would be the wildest thing you would want to attempt to put in it?
I think the 20B would be funny. Super expensive, but very funny.
If you could arm your Miata with any weapon, what would it be?
I think the Phalanx close-in weapon system would be pretty good for self-defense. Alternatively, a thermonuclear warhead stored in the glove box department.
Do you still enjoy caveman music?
Yes, and anyone who claims to listen to only one specific type of music is lying. Like, what is not to like about white girl music from 2010?
Siemka, duży procent twoich widzów to Polacy? Translate.
Na ten moment to jest tylko 5%.
Is the Miata funded by streaming or bank robberies?
I only ever streamed once in my life. So you make the conclusion here.
I have known your channel since it started, but I always wanted to know, how did the friendship between you and Weewee start? I really want...
Didn't we have this question before?
For how long are you playing BeamNG now?
I don't really know exactly, but I have been playing it before it came out on Steam, so I think like 2013. Also before that I played Rigs of Rods, which is basically the daddy of BeamNG.
Dino the Miata.
Okay. By the way, the V8 Miata will also be dynoed pretty soon, I think. But what you have seen here is my second turbo Miata getting a tune after blowing its turbo. More info in the drift build video that will be coming out soon.
Are you gonna make a video on the Defender you showed in one of your weekly dose videos?
Yes, even though it's not my car because I stole it, but it would be a good contender to compare off-road physics from BeamNG to real life. The last question.
What is your opinion about the new Cybertruck?
Honestly, I want one. But oh my god, it is such a piece of shit. If they manage to fix all of the little issues with this thing, I would totally drive one. It's just so out of this world, it's so different, and it's already a future classic. If it survives for more than 5 years, that is. Okay, those were all of the questions, and now I will teleport into my house and do an emotional goodbye message. I don't want to waste your time, so I will do it quick. So, until recently I was not proud of my channel because of many stupid things. But since, you know, like a few videos ago, I started to actually have a new goal, and I am starting to become actually proud of this channel. And it will only get better. I am proud that I achieved this success mostly on my own, even though I had 1 or 2 editors helping me with some videos. I still edited the vast majority of my videos. I am proud of my viewers, who when I met them in real life, they were always good people. I've never had a single bad interaction so far. And last thing, and I am proud of you for making it to the end of this video. So, as a small thank you, there goes nothing.